The Montreal Victoire is going to win the Walter Cup this year. Just let me explain. Hey, if you're new here, I'm 365. I talk about PWHL pretty much every day, and I'm doing a PWHL primer series where I'll explain every single team in the PWHL. Let's start with the basics. How do you pronounce Victoire? I'm American, so on the English broadcast, they're always saying Victoire. When I finally went to Montreal, everybody was saying Victoire. They play at Place Belle in Laval. I love that arena. To recap the first two PWHL seasons, Montreal has been very successful in the regular season, but has flopped in the playoffs. In my opinion, the Victoire just were not built for the playoffs. They are a very top-heavy team. Okay, what do I mean by that? The team is captained by Marie-Philippe Poulin. She's literally the GOAT. She's the captain of Team Canada. She's known as Captain Clutch because she scored the gold medal game-winning goal in 3 different Olympics. Honestly, I can make an entire video just about her, but what you need to know is that she was the leading scorer in the PWHL last year. She was also league MVP. This sounds amazing. We have the GOAT on our team, so what's the issue? Poulin accounted for 25% of Montreal's goals last year. This effectively means that if you can shut down Poulin, then you can shut down the Victoire. That's not to say that there weren't other players contributing offensively. Laura Stacey had a great season. She had 11 goals. But Stacey's playing on that top line with Poulin. So again, if you can shut down that top line, you're shutting down the Victoire. Fun fact, Poulin and Stacey are married. Now, expansion did shake up all 6 of the inaugural teams, but I actually think this was good for Montreal because they needed the shakeup. Montreal was so top-heavy that it made it very clear who they were going to protect. So they went Poulin, Stacey, and then Anne-Renee Desbiens, who was goaltender of the year. They did lose a lot of good defenders in expansion and free agency, such as Barnes, Wilgren, and Keppel, but I do think that they were able to fill those defensive holes pretty solidly as they were able to re-sign Katie Tabin, as well as Erin Ambrose, and they drafted defender Nicole Gosling. So now Montreal has to fix their offensive depth problem in order to build a playoff team. So what do? Trade Rock for O'Neill, which I think was a very good trade. I know you guys love O'Neill, but her stats were just not very good. Rock is very good at hockey, but maybe she didn't fit in with the coaching or the leadership in New York. Victoire had an amazing free agency and was able to get Downey Landry, Scamora, and Dark Angelo. These are 3 really solid forwards that are going to contribute to that offensive depth. Just imagine this second line of Americans. You got Scamora, Rock, Murphy. I think this is a playoff team. Just purely based on roster alone, I would put the Victoire in the same tier as Vancouver and Seattle when it comes to teams that I really think could win the cup. But what really sets Victoire apart is the coaching. Because while the expansion teams do have amazing rosters, at the end of the day, these are brand new organizations. I think there's still some questions around coaching, especially in Seattle, hate to say it. This gives head coach Corey Shever the advantage because ultimately, she has the experience of 2 seasons in the PW. They also just hired Caroline Ouellette, which I think is an exceptional hire. If you don't know who Ouellette is, she's a Hockey Hall of Famer. She has 4 Olympic gold medals. She also has coaching experience from Minnesota Duluth, Team Canada Women, and the Concordia Stingers. Not only does Victoire have a deep roster, but they also have the leadership and the coaching experience. That's why